when you have those conversations.
Most certainly. Not only a remorse, but there's this fervent desire for accountability.
You've been so outspoken, not only.
About my actions.
Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. This is Qiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
And we're brought to you by the New Image Project, better known as
See that?
Because we are redefining
What's cool.
Because smart is
the new
gangsta.
Baby.
And if you don't know,
Now you know.
you know. Can you do me a favor and put on your headset, please? It'll be greatly appreciated.
No problem.
It's Monday.
What's on your mind Monday?
It's not what's on your mind Monday. No, it's Money Motivational Monday.
Well, stay motivated by the money then. Let's go.
Yeah, no, we got what's on your mind Wednesday. Now,
Okay.
don't confuse the people on this great Monday.
Big shouts out to
Charlie Funk,
the Funkster himself.
Mm-hmm.
Funkadelic. Charlie Funk. That's Charlie with an I. Y'all look him up on.
But it's
all
other
the
people on
platforms.
too, but I can't see them. But Charlie was the first one to say something.
Big shouts out to everybody tuning in. We gonna dive right in.
How was your weekend?
I felt surveilled. I felt like I was under surveillance. I felt like I was being watched.
All weekend or just yesterday?
Yeah, just yesterday. But
Okay.
that trumped the whole weekend. Because the problem is, I think that the powers that be in our community are hell bent on over policing our community and choking off and restricting free movement and doing it in a way that's so blatant. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
I was disappointed. I ain't even gonna lie. Like when I rode around the city, and looked at like some of the places, Lake Maggiore, Lake Vista. I did go by Bay Vista. But it wasn't no police there.
You say not.
Yeah, but it was round. So I'm looking at the different places where like the heavy police presence is, and I just want to know why.
Why?
Like why?
Why has there been a murder spree or something? Has there been like a trending crime wave that the citizens don't know about? I don't know. This is something, police, police supporters, people who know about this type of stuff. This is a legitimate question that, as a community, is there a crime wave we don't know about?
Yeah.
Is it? I mean, because like I rode by a couple locations yesterday, and I was completely turned off by the police presence.
Go ahead.
It was literally ridiculous. It was literally ridiculous. I mean, I can imagine we probably spent $1 million in police hours, time and a half yesterday. I just couldn't imagine. I wonder what is we gonna have a report like after MLK? They say, "Hey, today was a good day. Ain't nobody go to jail." I don't know.
But I really do want to understand, like, why does it have to be all this police presence around?
Yeah.
When you look at the things that we do
About the black community, yeah,
yes,
and it's honestly, it's normalized at this point. People expect it. Easter is another one of those, economic driver days for our community where, a lot of people come out, a lot of people come to enjoy the city from out of town, and people in the city. So,
and so not only was say Lake Vista was done, Lake Maggiore, Maximo Beach, Dale Holmes Park.
Oh, that's where all the police was at. That's the
Yeah.
police report. We reporting on y'all now.
This is the people in the city riding around showing having pictures of it.
Yeah, I mean, it was so pronounced. I mean, it was, and and that's why I say, like, did they have like a crime wave at Dale Home Park that we don't know about? It was there a crime wave last year that none of us heard about, that wasn't reported in the news?
Right.
I mean, because like some of this stuff has to have some type of justification. At some point, like somebody has to answer somebody, right? I mean, is, we nobodies? Is how the residents feel? Nothing to the powers that be? I don't know. I'm asking questions that matter.
I don't think there was any police presence at the North Side parks.
Oh, why would it be there?
I don't know. No, it was asked. It was asked, but before I said, like, I really can't say, but I will tell you.
It was in the hood.
But it wasn't at Bay Vista, and we know the area of Bay Vista that's right around the corner from Lake Vista and Lake Maggiore. It's a mixed crowd there, and you see and Bay Vista was packed, right? But there was no police there.
I mean, I think what they do is, they look at the areas where, where we be at. Like, let's just be 1,000. Lake Vista, Dale Holmes, Lake Maggiore. Those are traditionally the spots where we hang out. That's where we had car shows at. That's where, we have the giveaways, all the stuff happen at them parks there. So, it's something that we need to talk about. Like,
and I would want to know if they were at Wildwood. I know I missed.
I can't say I was at Wildwood Saturday. I think I don't know. I mean, at this point, it's just we're so used to being over policed. Oftentimes, people just say, "Hey, that's just the way it is." Hey, they always do that. What y'all mad about? They do that every year, and it's like, okay, then.
No, we're no longer like. I don't want to accept you just doing something like. There's so much stuff going on in the city, right? That they could be actually doing, but like a family holiday, peaceful holiday, not known for violence, but a large gathering.
I mean, it's economic buck breaking, right? They strangling, the community from any economic development that we can pull up on ourselves, right? Not that we go and get a grant from this or that, or the situations where people could and businesses could vendors could potentially make, as much money as they could make all year on one day. But with the heavy police presence, it inhibits, it slows down, it stops, it strangles off that economic development. The same crime you're going to say you're trying to stop, you're actually promoting, you're actually making it worse because people do stuff out of desperation, and that desperation comes from money. And so if law enforcement is listening, y'all would want to foster opportunities for people to get money, right? You would want to like help them get the money. You would want to say, hey, you know what? They're not doing nothing and I heard nobody. Hey, let's let them get to the bag. Let's give them days. Let's have some amnesty days where they can run up the check. So guess what? The rest of the year, these people can, have a beneficial and a productive life.
I don't think they see it like that though.
I know they don't. I know they don't. They don't, because they look at us like criminals. So all they see is a bunch of people getting together and standing around, but they don't look at those same people at downtown that way.
And I was gonna say that because and there's police presence at the pier, right? But there's totally different when
They
you
ain't
look
bumper
at
to bumper. They was bumper to bumper.
Oh, they
at
were
Lake Vista.
they were bump.
They were
I
bumper to
counted
bumper.
like 12 police officers
I counted 25.
at Lake Vista.
Every spot I went to,
Okay.
at least 25. And because I was looking at it like, time and a half. I was looking at it like as a budgetary item, and I was like, God dang, that's a lot of money y'all spending right now for nothing. There's a lot of money y'all spending for nothing. And unbeknownst to, the powers that be, those dollars can be spent in the community helping stop the crime and helping financially benefit the people that y'all trying to say go be the criminals. That's the biggest problem. We got to shift how the money being spent. Because if we continue doing the traditional things, we're gonna get the traditional results. And if we want to get some non-traditional results, we got to do some non-traditional things and think outside the box, right? There is no box. Hello. Mm-hmm. There is no box.
So I'm reading what Fancy Nancy just said, right? Mm-hmm. And Fancy Nancy said, in all fairness, I was at their homes and they were present. But it is a difference from blocking off the location. Now they are stopping vehicles from coming in around 5 p.m. But I am plotting on having this conversation.
Yes.
I will tell you is so even the heavy presence of it to seem like you have to keep us safe from at this point. If you went by Lake McGorry, they had an area that was blocked off. It was one way in, one way out.
Yeah, and if you ain't know the way in, you kept going because you couldn't get in the main way.
Right. So doing there. And I understand. And honestly, the parks are from sun up to sundown. The sun does not end at 5. They don't, the sun doesn't go down.
This is sundown time.
But the parks is sun up, sundown, right? And so 5 o'clock while you close at 5, because it's still a lot of light at 5 o'clock.
I think the problem is, after so many years of, them just doing what they want to us, right? Not enough people or not the right people speaking up for us at City Hall or speaking for us at the police department, right? It's a lot of people, that we know and love that ordain this behavior. They're all right with it. They're celebrating the behavior. They go and drink coffee and talk about how they shut us down. Right. And it's been going on for 30, 40 years.
Well, same thing, Nancy. Dawn to dusk. That's sun up, sundown, I was saying, but dawn to dusk.
Yeah, dusk is different from sundown, but it's all right. It's all right. We'll go to twilight if you want to play the games and all that. Because I think the biggest issue is, the economic development that they're strangling from us and the freedoms they take.
I think not even just that. I think because on those days, like a lot, like yesterday, it's the city gives away a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And I can see and the whole traffic concerns.
Man, come on with that. They don't take no 20 polices at Lake McGorry to handle traffic. Cut that mess out, man. Go tell that to somebody who's gonna pay attention to your lives. If you want to talk to the real community, connect with us, come with us truthfully, because it's not a traffic concern or crowd control concern. What it is you want to control the Black community. Drop the mic.
I'm about to drop.
It's 8 o'clock. Y'all come back because we just getting started. If you have a story about your Easter experience here in St. Petersburg, call in. If you want to just leave an inbox, if you work for the city and you don't want your name being told, inbox us. We ain't telling no names, but we is telling the facts.
All right. So we'll be back 7 minutes after the hour. Tag a friend, tell a friend, and we'll be back. Yeah.
37 cubic meters of soil have been extracted for from the northern side of the foundation.
The solution was to
We must stand together, all together as one. United, we must stand together, fighting for each other till our race is done. United, we must stand together. Under God, we are one. We must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroying our
My
dreams.
brother, my sister, I got love for you, no lie. I give my best, I try. Someday we'll touch the sky. You're an angel, little baby. Wipe all your tears away. I know it's been crazy, but keep your head up high.
Foot chase through the projects, dodging foreign objects. Street knowledge, I should've went to college. Odds stacked against me, surviving off instinct. 3 blocks from the precinct. Lil' homie caught a case, others lost family members. Product of his environment, projects produce violence in the middle of the streets, cause that's how we eat. Just I rap about the trap don't mean I ain't about peace.
We must stand together, all together as one. United, we must stand together, fighting for each other till our race is done. United, we must stand together. Under God, we are one. We must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroying our dreams.
Peace in the streets, love to my brothers, love to my sisters. We all need each other. Children need their mothers and they need their dads. Taking a life that don't make you bad. The fact that you do that is so sad. Pocket watching, plotting on another man's cash. Pick up a book instead of picking up a gun. Increase your knowledge and that'll increase your funds. If everyone succeeds, then crime would decrease and people would live instead of resting in peace. Unity, that's what we need. Stand up and be a positive force in the community.
We are one. We must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroying our dreams. We must stand together,
Must stand together.
all together as one.
As one people.
United, we must
United,
stand
we shall
together,
rise.
fighting for
You fight for me
till our race is
till we
done.
see God.
United, we must
United,
stand
we will rise.
together.
Clap with me.
Under
Clap.
God, we
Clap.
are
Yes,
one.
sir.
We must
Clap.
fly to the
Clap.
sun.
GB on the track, man, and I
Fight
mean
for
this is from the
peace,
heart.
not destroying
Back and
our
forth to
dreams.
prison, cause my position in the ghetto is wishing. My dreams is in my hand, man, instead of so distant. Violent crimes on my record, showing judges I'm reckless. Guess they think I'm rich and young, like Young and the Restless. Every time I see a young brother rich in peace, got to be the only time when I watch TV. Cause the struggling and suffering is all I see. Besides muscling and hustling at war with heat, I point the finger at the devil, boy, for taking my peace. Cause the only way to live is to take to the streets. But they rate me as a villain for the killing and dealing. For what? My last resort to make me a living. I don't give a damn, tell them so what? I'm gonna survive even if they threaten me with life. The arms of poverty hung tight, making life a fight. But in the sky, we got to unite. Keep your head in the sky.
We must stand together, all together as one. United, we must stand together, fighting for each other till our race is done. United, we must stand together. Under God, we are one. We must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroy.
sister. I got love for you, no lie. I give my best, I try. Someday we'll touch the sky. You're an angel, little baby. Wipe all your tears away. I know it's been crazy, but keep your head up high.
Foot chase through the projects, dodging foreign objects. Street knowledge, I should've went to college. Odds stacked against me, surviving off instinct. 3 blocks from the precinct. Lil' homie caught a case, others lost family members. Product of his environment, projects produce violence in the middle of the streets, cause that's how we eat. Just a rap about the trap don't mean I ain't about peace.
We must stand together, all together as one. United, we must stand together, fighting for each other till our race is done. United, we must stand together. Under God, we are one. We must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroying our dreams.
Peace in the streets, love to my brothers, love to my sisters. We all need each other. Children need their mothers and they need their dads. Taking a life that don't make you bad. The fact that you do that is so sad. Pocket watching, plotting on another man's cash. Pick up a book instead of picking up a gun. Increase your knowledge and that'll increase your funds. If everyone succeeds, then crime would decrease and people would live instead of resting in peace. Unity, that's what we need. Stand up and be a positive force in the community.
We are one, we must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroying our dreams. We must stand together,
Must stand
all
together
together as one.
as one people.
United, we must
United,
stand
we shall rise.
together, fighting for
You fight for me
till our race is
till we
done.
see God.
United, we must
United,
stand
we will rise.
together.
Clap with me.
Under
Clap.
God, we
Clap.
are
Yes,
one.
sir.
We must
Clap.
fly to the
Clap.
sun.
G beat on the track,
Every
man, and I
day,
mean this. It's from the
fight
heart.
for peace, not destroying
Back and
our
forth to
dreams.
prison, cause my position in the ghetto is wishing my dreams was in my hand, man. Instead of so distant, violent crimes on my record, showing judges I'm reckless. Guess they think I'm rich and young, like young and the restless. Every time I see a young brother rich in peace, got to be the only time when I watch TV, cause the struggle.
Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm Qiana,
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edman.
and we're brought to you by the New Image Project, better known as.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. I would tell you if we could.
See that?
And we want to redefine what's cool because smart is
a new
gangsta.
baby.
And if you don't know,
Now you know.
and I forgot to say at the beginning, the views expressive of our own and not of the radio station, the affiliates, or the sponsors. We stand on what we say, and if you have a problem with it, come to us and nobody
Man,
else.
don't come to me, man. Don't come to me about nothing. I say on the radio show. Just act on it. Just do something.
You're so funny. Just do
Do
something.
something.
Just do something about
You
it.
got a problem? Do something. I mean,
It's
nah,
so funny.
before we left, we were just talking about the feeling of being over policed at the Easter celebration,
Mhm.
and we was discussing the different parks,
Mhm.
how they had 20 or more police at each park,
Okay.
so over 100 plus officers on the road yesterday. How many tickets y'all wrote? But I ain't see them busting too many heads.
I didn't say. I
I
just
ain't
thought
see you busting too many heads. So we gonna have a conversation about this.
because I will say
Get
that
in the
I didn't see.
bushes.
Did you?
You hide in the bushes. Y'all hide in the bushes very well.
I didn't see a lot of. I didn't see people getting pulled
I ain't
over
see
in
a busting
tickets
head
and all that
busting.
other
I ain't
stuff.
see-
But the presence itself is
And also
intimidating.
respect. So okay then. So we gonna walk it out.
Okay, let's go ahead.
We ain't gonna be a one-sided pancake today.
Okay.
So on the other side of the pancake, we didn't see a lot of head busting. It wasn't a lot of people getting pulled. It wasn't a lot of unruly police officers, right?
I think the frustration comes in is that we see other events in the city or see other gatherings
And it
or
ain't
see
20 police.
and it's not 20 police. And then I think that is the frustration. So like if you want to like see, and the narrative is that like us black people are these angry people and out here doing all that. I don't I don't like that. That
Prejudice.
doesn't make me feel good. When you look at it, and then when you look at the statistics, you see who's shooting up in places. You know what I mean? The people who going out there shooting up schools, shooting up, it's typically not us. We're not going into big crowds.
Not typically.
Not typically. Not saying, you know, we don't subscribe to all. So there's a possibility.
People be having, you know.
Yeah, but we're not seeing like these mass shootings and things like that. Only
not really.
No, and that is the problem that I have is that you're putting something on us that we typically don't do. Like we'll have a fight. There is some violence.
People fight everywhere.
But then you look at
downtown. It was a big brawl. And ain't nobody go to jail, but don't worry about it. That's another subject. Because I don't think people should go to jail for brawling. But
no, I don't think people should go to. I don't think people should go to.
Mutual, especially when he's come on, okay, yeah.
I don't think people should go to jail.
Go ahead.
I really don't think people should go to prison or jail and all that other stuff for a fight, especially if nobody's hurt.
Especially when it's mutual.
Oh yeah, when it's mutual.
To me, once it's mutual, you say, "Yeah, I wanted it." Hey man, let them people get it off their chest.
Because sometimes it needs to be a good fight.
Hoover shot another.
Oh, so while we talking about, did you see the mother who child called her? And I think she's in Port Charlotte. The son called and said the people who jumped him or was trying to jump him is at the park. The mama came, I guess, from what I'm getting, they was jumping her son, and she took the gun and boop boop, and they arrested her. And she's sitting up there waiting.
I thought did this been happen? And she waiting to go to trial or something?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think this been happening. I heard about it.
It just showed up on my timeline.
Yeah, it's ways to do stuff, right? And I don't think that may have been the way to do it. You know, I understand the mother's frustration. And you know, you want to protect your family and your children and stuff like that. And under some circumstances, she probably wouldn't have got arrested, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, and you never know, the prosecutor just want to probably, you know, bam her. You know, you had that as well, because you can protect other people, right? Mm-hmm. If we together and something happened to you, I don't have to just sit there and watch them do that. Like,
right.
There's laws that allow me to intervene if, you know, that reaches that escalating point. And I think what the mother did wrong probably was, you know, circling the block and coming back with the gun. Mm-hmm. Instead of, you know, being on the scene with it. But
no, she was somewhere else, and she called
the block.
She came, she was driving and it was already on her.
Yeah, I told you she circled the block.
No, that ain't circling the block. No, that is not circling the block.
She spin the block and
no, she did not circle the block, not from my understanding.
Okay, but allegedly. Because we don't know the facts. We just, but I do think, and you believe in self-defense.
I do.
I know you do. I know you do. So, you know, we was talking about something before we came back. That was a great subject.
We was talking about it. And what we were talking about, the streets versus going legit.
Oh,
right.
Yes. And the comparison between, you know, the street life and the legit life. And we was talking about, you know, not being able to trust people in the streets. And, you know, in the streets, you feel you can't trust nobody. And I was saying, hey, it's still the same on the other side. It's still a trust issue, right? In business, you trust, but you verify. Like this politics, this is how, like, the world is governed. You know what I'm saying? And you were saying that I was saying it's better off to stay on the
No,
other
that's
side.
not what I said. No, that's not what I said.
I took it.
And what I said is when you talk to people, because again, there's a difference from the streets and from business. Everything, when you're dealing with money, it can be cutthroat, right?
All the way around.
But what you're saying is you sleep better. I was saying you sleep better when you are legit.
Ignorance is bliss.
No, it is not ignorant. No. So let's because, and I told you to be careful what you say.
I know you did.
Because when you're saying it's the same, Why would you leave the streets then?
So let me give you an example. And the reason I'm saying it's the same is because what we had issue is that desperate people do desperate things. Whether you're working at the post office, whether you're working at a corporate job, or you working on the block, right? You working inside a trap. Desperate people do desperate things, and a lot of times desperate activities is painted onto one side of the fence.
So what you're doing is you're not talking about legit stuff. You're also taking the desperate people do desperate things. They're taking the shystiness of the streets and bringing it to the business world. No, because let's say this.
It came from the business world to the streets. See what I'm saying? All I'm saying is I'm not exempting and saying that a robber in a ski mask is worse than a robber in a tuxedo. They're still robbers. But that's not what I'm saying. We're talking about when you're telling young men and young girls to leave the streets. Yes.
Because it's better for you over here. And then for you to say it's the same, why would they leave?
So
and it is a difference. There is a difference because one of them you don't. If you go in there, I've been working in the workforce all my life, and let me tell you, there's been some bad deals, right? But I've never went to bed thinking somebody's gonna come and rob me, right? I never went to bed thinking.
Even when you was working at Dennis?
I never went to bed.
When you was working at Dennis?
Listen, I'm not changing my statement.
I'm just asking.
No, I never went to bed thinking somebody. No,
but see, that's what I'm saying.
And let me go ahead. No, it's not.
Because
but
you at your job, you were a high risk target, right?
Why?
Because when you're at certain positions around money, right, and dealing with and handling money, you are at a high risk, whether you think it or believe it or not. Right? That's why they have guns to transport money, no matter whether you got it legit or if you got it from the streets.
I mean, you know why they have it?
Bricks still ride around with
of course,
a chopper.
because it's a high risk.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
but Jabari,
money's involved.
You're missing. You're twisting what I'm saying. There are high risk jobs, right?
Yes.
There are high risk jobs.
Yes.
But to say that the streets and your job is putting you in the same predicament, I have to disagree.
I would never say that. I would say that there are similarities. I would say I always tell people this, right?
I would tell you, I would want if now this is me listening to I'm gonna listen to what you got to say.
Okay.
If I have an at-risk son, I'm not bringing him to talk to you.
You shouldn't bring him to talk to me. Know why? Okay. Because I'm gonna tell him the things that you're not gonna say.
No, because there's other people
listen, I'm gonna level with them in a way that a lot of people aren't gonna level with them. And I'm gonna be abundantly clear, because what it is false expectations. A lot of people leave the streets and come into a different world and end up going right back because they come over here and find out that it's just as shady, it's just as sneaky, and you just get paid less money. So they like, hey man,
you don't get paid less money.
People like,
you don't.
People be like, I take my risk. I done heard them say it.
Yeah, but they know.
Man, I just take my risk with this. What I'm doing, man, I ain't got time for that. See, those are the conversations that the average person's not going to hear. And then you're going to say, no, you're not. Yes, but the guy got a point. And then what you do is deal with it and build from the facts and be like, yes, people are going to be untrustworthy no matter what. And they get even more untrustworthy around money. And then they even more untrustworthy when they're desperate, whether they're at the work site or whether they're in the trap house. And then once you build from that common set of knowledge, then I can say, okay, now you know which one you want to choose from. You can make your choices now, right? Because I think a lot of times we be making decisions and we have bad information.
So I can't. So let me tell you this.
All right, you're right.
No, I can't rock with it, and I understand what you're saying because there is shiesty people everywhere. But there is a difference from living in the streets, knowing that when you get up, there's a possibility that the police are gonna. When you out there, the police is looking for you. It's a possibility that you never. It's a stronger possibility, right? That you're not coming home to your family, right? And then
equal or greater.
No, it's
Equal or greater.
How many of your friends done went to work and they make it home? A 9 to 5. How many of your friends from the 9 to 5 went to work and didn't make it home?
I hear you.
And how many of your friends that was in the streets that didn't make it home? I know you can name them.
A few.
And so it's not equal or greater because all of your homies right now that go to work is coming home talking to you right now.
But I had some homeboys go to work that got in some bad situations too. So that's why I ain't.
But I said name them. No, but I said name them. I just said tell me a number of the people that
the majority of my friends, right, who have passed, died from health related causes, not gunshots.
We're not talking about that.
No,
but that's not what we're talking about. And you're twisting what we're saying. We're talking about street. Right. Your homeboys, and not saying that they died. They could be in jail. How many of your legit homeboys who did it legit is in jail right now for going today? No, doing their legit job, not doing nothing shady. 100% working legit. How many of them are in jail or dead right now?
You have
no. Just answer the question.
Chance of going to jail.
Just no.
Every day. Don't break the law.
Your home. So
wait, hold on. But that's a straight line of truth. So that's not what I'm arguing over.
But when you say the risk is the same,
I mean,
because it's not.
Because
it's not.
But some people, the way they live their life, yes, it's. I mean. Some people more high risk that go to work every day. That's what the average person can't comprehend. They can't comprehend that there's some people that are a higher risk for all those things, and they just go to work every day.
You know why? Because they didn't change their mindset, and they're still taking no. And what happens is
high risk behavior.
No, and so again, because you haven't changed your mindset, you're still taking street stuff to the workplace and realize there's a different way that you move.
People do it. Yeah, people do it.
And so, like, we're not gonna sit up here and act like there's not a difference. And you sleep, and you can't tell me that you don't sleep better because you talk about how many years you ain't been in prison.
I mean, I think that the comfort sometimes is just because you know what you ain't doing. You get what I'm saying? It's like a psychological thing, but it don't necessarily make you no safer. You get what I'm saying? So I ain't sold drugs and did all that in all this time, but my risk level's still high.
When the last time have you been robbed? Have you been robbed?
I mean, no. I wasn't getting robbed in the street.
No, but I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Have you?
Okay, I've been robbed without guns. I've been robbed more without a gun than I have with a gun. See, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm telling you, when you tell somebody this stuff, you have to be truthful to them, because you'll get them over here and then they'll run right back because they didn't have a true glimpse of what they might be coming into. They had a false sense of what this is, and then you give them the real sense. Hey, this is really what you finna get yourself into.
I think you need you give them a sense of the realness of that, but you also have to change your mentality. Again, like when you're looking at dealing with shiesty people, like I don't understand when people are robbing and y'all in the crew. Why don't you think that the person that you robbing with might not rob you? That's what they do. So that's what they're going to do typically, right?
You're right.
But no. Because no, I'm not, because we're talking about the risk and the mindset.
Everybody
right?
in the streets ain't robbing.
I just said the robbers. I just said the robbers. I didn't say.
And then you got robbers in suits. You got robbers in suits and ties who get up, put on their suit and tie, and they going to get the game. They own the tape the same way, and that's all I'm saying is it's just how we look at it. But the same things are still happening. That's all I'm saying.
But it's higher on one end than the other.
I would on the other side.
No, it's not. No.
Just like we were saying earlier about how black people get,
and like they just like people like, wow, Jabbar is really saying the risk of going to a job is equal as risky as participating in the underground economics.
I didn't say that. I said that for
Come on now, Jabbar.
I didn't say that. I said for some people the risk is equal or the same. Yes, I said that. Yes. See, and y'all can't believe it. You can't believe that young black boy that's getting up, going to work every day, got the same risk as that boy going to the trap. You wouldn't even believe it. That don't even make no sense, Jabbar. But yes.
How? Tell me how.
Because the same things can happen to him.
How?
Just because you're going to work doesn't stop the consequences of what happens out there. That's all I'm saying. What's going on in your environment doesn't stop because of what you're deciding to do. Things still happen.
You change your environment and you change the people. No. But what happens is, and this is what gets you stuck, right? This is what gets you stuck is when you want to change your environment, you want to change your mindset, but you keep the same environment. You keep the same friends, right?
Keep the same mindset in a different environment.
Right. And so it still keep you in. So you're still doing the same things that kept you hindered. And that's the thing that I'm trying to tell you. So when you're moving, when you're trying to leave that street life, there's some stuff that you have to let die so that you can move forward.
I hear what you're saying. And those same things still exist when you go to work. And I hear what you're saying.
And so, like, trusting people, like you said this one time, you said this one time, and I don't know when it changed. Trusting somebody in the streets can get you killed. Trusting somebody over here will hurt your heart. You said it. No, you did. You did. Because it's a difference. You get your feelings hurt.
Well, you die from your feelings.
Oh my God.
I just told you more of my friends died from health. I said more of my friends died from health. I said health, y'all. I ain't saying my friends got killed, shot. The most of my friends that died of health complications. So
Charlie Funk say this because everybody just 100%. He say, I ain't been in jail since I went to prison, and I ain't been in a dangerous, violent situation, being completely removed from the streets. Like, you got to remove yourself from that environment, and once you remove yourself from the environment, you get the fruits of your labor. All right. Politics with Mr. Edmond.
Oh, hey, y'all. That was a great segue. But no, in politics, y'all know we are at war with Iran. We were talking about was it war? Well, they got planes shot down and they're going in and rescuing people. So I think it's a war now. I think it's official. So I think they went in this weekend and they rescued one of the two down pilots. And the reality is we got a long way to go in this skirmish out there in Iran. Gas prices are up $4-5. You know, people feeling it at the pump. And they say the war has the lowest approval ratings. People are not with it. Young Republicans, old Democrats, they say no matter what party they in, they against this war. How you feel? How you feel about the war? It's dangerous over there, like in the streets.
Yeah, but they doing shicey stuff. Again, when you take, they're doing shicey stuff. So yeah, and then that is a high risk job.
That is a high risk job.
That is a high risk job.
That's what I'm talking about.
But you sign up for something with that high risk job, but you're not going to prison. Like
you can go to the barracks, you can, but don't worry about it.
Yeah, but if you're doing something illegal, yeah.
You have to brush the old way. Hey, but no, what you think about this whole thing out there?
I feel like the administration just doing what the administration want to do, regardless of how everybody listening to it. And I mean, it's an example. We see it here when like we're screaming in our own community and telling them what we want, and then they just not listening to us.
It's kind of the same.
On a different level when you're
level.
So when you're looking at it, like we're saying that we don't want to be police like that, like we're not. You look at the numbers for the last MLK parade or the last few MLK parades, and there hasn't been violence on our end. You look at the numbers for the
police. That's why they say it.
No, it's not. But because before they, and then you look at Easter, the last couple of Easters, and see the violence that's happening, but yet they still want to police us. So it's like they're not listening to the people, and so our administration not listening to the people. Regardless, these gas prices are killing everybody.
Yes,
and I heard one of Trump people say, if you can't afford it, you don't need to be driving anyway. People got to go to work. I thought that was like so disrespectful and rude to the people who get up, got to go to work, take care of their families, and you're saying if 15 cents is gonna hurt you, why are you driving?
So he got a point, but not because of what he not because of he's right. But I think that this is the most important question I want to ask the audience. I want to ask you. I want to ask the audience. I want y'all to call in. I want you to text in, right? We're going through this with Iran. Nobody don't want to be going through it. But do you want America to lose? Whose side is you on? Right? Whose side is you on? If right now, do we win or lose? Do we win or lose? I think the vast majority of people are going to want to win. I think we all going to unite with that. None of us want to lose.
No.
Whether it's a righteous fight or unrighteous fight, do we want to lose? And then I think about it. I say, okay, we don't want to lose, but how do we not get behind our leadership when we know we don't want to lose? I'm just thinking about it out loud.
Caller, introduce yourself.
Morning, it's Coach D.
Hey, Coach D.
Listen. We just they jerks. That's the first part. That's why they say stuff like that. They don't care about nobody. I don't even think they care about themselves. Narcissistic behavior is real. And the next thing is, I live over here off of the Pinellas Trail, and I see a lot of those electric bikes. And I've been looking. Pinellas County doesn't have a program like Tampa had for people to get subsidies
for the bikes,
for electric bikes. Yeah,
taking people off the road.
And since we have this trail that goes all the way through Pinellas County,
you're right, Coach.
All from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. And let me tell you what I saw that made me smile so big. It was a black family. The dad rides the bike in the front. They have a thing that they put the kids in that's on the back of the dad's bike, and the mom is behind the dad with the book bags. So that's a family making it happen for themselves.
Yeah.
And it was before the gas prices got high. So I don't know if they don't drive or what their situation is, but I told them, I see them every morning when I go walking, and I say, y'all are just beautiful, just wonderful to see you working together. You know?
Yeah,
so we have to do what we always have done.
I was just going to say
creative.
that. We
have to get creative.
We're going to have to become resilient in return to our resilient ways, right? And cut some of the fat.
All right, Coach.
All right,
Thank
Coach
you.
G. But cut some of the fat, cut some of the excess, right? Because I think that we have an opportunity, to really come out of this on the other side a stronger community.
Of this war?
No, I mean of this whole era that our community is in. I ain't talking about the war itself.
Okay.
I'm talking about the era that we're living in. The council DI, the council won't come to die, that era.
And you know what? With this, we done been there before, right? We fought for the rights. They took them. You know what I mean? We didn't have them. We fought for them. So
but we fight. Do you think we giving the same fight again? I think we done been kind of beat up a little bit.
I mean, people get back in the ring all the time, right? And I think, you take a break and then you hop back in, or you tag somebody else who's not exhausted, who haven't got them hits. That's what happens. And no, you see, because you get a new group of people that comes in and then and give up a fight for you, and then you sit up there and realize this is why I'm in it. And then some people retire, and then some people. It is some champions. We done had some. But just like any title fight, somebody else come in and take the belt. That don't mean that you didn't win because you don't keep the belt.
So they got the belt right now? I'm just saying.
I'm just using that.
That analogy, so that means they got the belt right now. We lost the belt.
Yeah, we lost the belt.
I don't think we had the belt.
Okay.
I think we thought we was a champion. You ever seen the fighter who think he think he
no,
won?
but no, because I think we had some wins, and I'm
We
not
had some
gonna.
wins. We had
So
some
I'm
wins.
not
We
finna.
had
I'm
some
not.
wins.
No, so I'm not gonna take them wins away from us.
Oh no, they took them away. So
No, but
then-
I'm saying
you
back
don't even
then.
have the power to take them away.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not gonna act like we didn't have no
I ain't
wins.
you ain't have to take them away. They took them away. See, but that's what I'm talking about. They call this the American experiment, right? And the reason they call it that is because this is something new. Even still 300-400 years later, right? And they're still figuring it out. So every time we think that it's set, see, I think that the problem that we got into a situation where we thought it was set. We thought this is the way it was going to be, and it will never go back to the way it was. And the wake-up call came, and some of us still ain't woke up to the fact that, yes, the American experiment does allow people to rewind time. They do take away as they give us. They take away us. Yeah. They do that for real. And I think that we have to be prepared no matter which way it come or go. Right? Q, you got to ask you?
I never have asked you what you mean.
Because that's how you just did me with the politics.
No, but I'm just,
I got one more politic. I ain't done yet.
Go ahead.
Can you put in a message for Ask Qiana? I'll make one up.
Yeah, Brother John might have one. Ask him. I ask him.
Okay,
Go ahead.
This is my last politics with Mr. Edmond. We're talking about the redevelopment down there at the Tropicana gas plant site, and the decision is coming. I think we got maybe another 25-30 days before we get.
And today's the first Rays game, I believe.
Wow.
And it's a sold out crowd.
I mean, I think the Rays are going to be all right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so sure about the community they leaving.
Mm-hmm.
I think the organization and Major League Baseball, I think they got their ducks in a row. I don't think it was a concern whether they was going to be what type of shape they was going to be in. I think the real concern is being the community itself, and as these proposals become reality,
Mm-hmm.
I think that a lot of people have been fatigued. The vast majority of the community don't really know what's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know where this stands, and they have kind of tuned out and are more paying attention to their light bill and their water bill.
I do think
and their
people,
gas bill.
there's, the impact of what the 86 acres is going to be for this community is really sad because it is drawn out. And then I do think people feel like they're not heard. So then why are we saying anything anyway if the administration going to do what they want to do regardless of what we're saying, right?
Mhm.
And then the baseball team is coming back and we look at it and the way that they look in Tampa don't look like they're going to have them either.
You don't think so?
I mean,
think they're gonna work it out.
no, Tampa, again,
They asking for transparency. They just want to know.
And they don't want to spend that money.
I mean,
Not like that. The citizens of Tampa is uproar, and they like, wait, hold on. They sticker shock. So they was like, nah, we got to figure this out. Like, we ain't
I
doing
think
that.
they're gonna work it out. I think.
And they may.
I think they're gonna work it out. Because really, the honest, true fact of it is, I think the Rays want to be there. So once the team want to be there, I think the semantics can.
So you don't
worked out.
think they wanted to be here?
No, I don't think they wanted to be here.
Okay.
I think the owner was looking for a way to sell the team for as much money as he could get it for it, and then also get the development. That's why they brokered two separate deals.
Okay.
So he could still sell the team and still have the development. I think that was the plan the whole time. I mean, I don't who knows. I came from Pinellas County Schools, so I'm just telling you what I think. And I think the reality is they want to be in Tampa. I think they want to be in that location. And where there's a will, there's a way.
All right, we'll just watch out and see.
Keep your eyes open. Tropicana redevelopment, gas plant redevelopment is still on the hook, y'all. Pay attention. Wake up. Don't sleep. Don't fall asleep on the job.
Don't. Okay, so another subject really quick. And it might not even go that long in. So did you see the baby?
What baby?
The rapper, the baby.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so he's at one of his shows. An artist came up and handed him a picture of his daughters that he painted. The baby went off. You weird. Don't paint my children. I don't play like that about my little girls. The artist actually had it up on his page, and the baby was like, I told you I don't want that. You take that down right now. When you see me, I'm finna show you what it really is. Like you kind of. How do you feel about that?
You know, I think specifically the baby. I think homie been through a lot. You know, he lost some family members. Homie been through a lot of trauma, and he's protective, and he may be overprotective, right? But for him, he probably looking at it like, hey man, I ain't even showing people my churn.
Well, that's how they got the picture, because the picture that he showed.
But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I ain't showing my kids. I can show you a picture and still not have my kids out there. You get what I'm saying? Just like Michael Jackson did. Y'all, they had pictures of the man churn, but they weren't putting them out there. But it was. But long story short, I think, you know, he got to find a better way to deal with it. You feel me? A lot of the coping skills, even though we get money or, you know, status, we still don't get the coping skills. Sometimes we grown kids. We adults living through adolescence, 40-year-old adolescents, 50-year-old adolescents. This is real. And, you know, I see the response. And I respect it. I see what he's getting at, but you just probably a better way to handle it.
So so here you go.
You can call a lawyer and just put the lawyer on him. He, you know.
But once you put something out on social media, right? And that's kind of like the Erica Kirk, right? Situation. Her name is Erica, right? What's Charlie Kirk's wife name?
Yeah, Erica,
right? Kind of once you put it out there in the public, you see it, it's kind of up for grab, right? If you don't want nobody to post, like, ever draw a picture of you or your children, you don't put that out there. But he has the right to deny the picture and say, I don't want it. You know what I mean?
He has the right to say, I don't want you to put it out there. He can say, I don't want it, and I don't want you to put it out there. Now, he got that, you know, that's his kids. And you never know, like, you don't know what traumas this man done experienced. I can just imagine. I done heard some of them. So I can just imagine the stuff I ain't heard.
But if that, I don't know. But for him to make it seem like the man is a pedophile and all this stuff.
Weird. It's weird.
No, it's not.
It's weird.
Artists do pictures all the time. They find it.
And then, but him.
But you know what? But this is a sign of somebody trying to suck up, thinking that you're going to win favor because, you know,
you hit me where that? That's my
like,
heart.
Here, let me give you. I got a picture of you, your kid.
Man, what's wrong with you? That's the first thing I think. Come to me with a picture of my kid. Watch, but I'm gonna act like the baby. I'm gonna act just like the baby. Mind your business. What's wrong with you? But at the long story short, end of the day, you know, trauma shows up in a lot of different ways.
It does.
Yeah, and you know, homie has already displayed a lot of his traumas publicly. You know what I'm saying? So even the artist should have known, like, hey, maybe I should get permission before I do this. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, kudos to the artist. Find something else to draw, my boy.
Well, I mean, take it for what it is.
There's a lot of stuff to draw out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I don't know.
What the comment said?
No, this remind me of the conversation on Friday. Now it's a problem.
What?
I don't remember which conversation on Friday, because we did have some good conversations on Friday. I know what she's talking about, because we said it's pedophile, and we were talking about the age difference of like dating. You know, we was talking about the Brandy and Wanye, and that ended up going, if that's right or wrong.
Oh, because it was so different.
It was a 5-year age, because
5 years ain't nothing.
Yeah, but when you 16 and 22, it is.
That's different. But
16 and 22, it is.
But I mean, depending on the state, it's not illegal. So it's subjective.
Yeah, and you know what? When we look at in
It's subjective.
California,
Yeah, you can be-
more because they
Some are
were
15 and 13.
Yeah.
Y'all be surprised what these people done legislated.
like in California,
yeah.
I think that is like
Our morals are higher than the legislative bar as around age limits. In some states it's 18, some is 16, some is 13 and 12, and parents consent or whatever the particular
Brother John sent the
legislative
ex Qiana.
body wanted to legislate. So I mean, it's weird out here, man. Stand on business. Hey, Ask Qiana brought to you by Jairus Martin.
It's actually brought for
Okay.
the grocery co-op. But go ahead. It is.
Man,
Go ahead.
Jairus Martin and the grocery co-op brings you the Ask Qiana of the day. Dear Qiana, my wife and I are completely split when it comes to our son joining the military. I see it as an opportunity, discipline, structure, seeing the world, education, benefits, and a chance to build something for his future. For some people, the military can open doors that might not otherwise be available. But my wife, she sees it very different. She worries about the risks, not just safety, but the idea of him potentially being sent to fight in conflicts she doesn't believe in. She feels the cost could be too high, physically and morally. Now we're in a standstill, and our son is watching both of us closely. My question is, how do parents navigate something like this when the stakes are so high? This is about opportunity or risk. And at the end of the day, how much say should we have versus letting him choose his own path?
Well, let me say this. Both are right? There's a high risk. There's a
Can
nice
both be right?
Yeah, they can. Two things can be right at the same time. But what you're missing is, to be honest, it's really up to your son. It's his life to live. And a lot of times we want to pressure our children to do what we want them to do because we do have visions for them and we want them to walk this path. And he has to, at the end of the day, he's going to be a grown man, and grown men got to do what grown men do. And they got to make hard decisions regardless of what their mama or their daddy say.
Yeah.
And that's even grown women. When you, at one point in time, like you want to raise your children so that they can fly off and start their own family and set up another foundation. And so what I will tell you, parents, y'all really, instead of y'all saying what y'all want, y'all need to sit down and talk to your son and ask, why does he want to do this? And let him write down the pros and cons and let him decide if this is going to be something that he wants to do, because at the end of the day, neither one of y'all are going to live his life.
I mean, I don't know. That's a tough one for me.
It is, but your parents couldn't tell you.
I mean,
they have an influence.
They have say so.
They had not, but when you're grown and
my parents still got say so. They still have say so. I mean, I ain't saying I necessarily listen, but they have say so.
And if you do it right, you want your children to take your advice, right, into consideration, but you also want them to make sound decisions for themselves, because one day you're going to be gone. And if you make all the decisions for your children, if you're gone, somebody else is then going to be making the decisions for them. You have to give them the tools to stand on their own.
I mean, I agree with that, but I need you to listen to me too. So, well, y'all figure it out between you making your own decision and listening to me. You figure it out.
Son, it's dad. I hear you. I'm gonna get the stability, mom. I know that is a risk. I'm gonna watch my back extra. I don't know what else to tell you. But again, he can't, if he got two parents that's torn and he feel like he has to make a decision based on his parents say so, that's not fair.
I mean, I'm not.
You see how many people are unhappy when they go in there and then they blame their parents because their parents made them do something. You see how many people are in debt that went to because their parents forced them to do something.
But
and
that's, happiness is subjective, because they could be happy.
They could, but you
to not be happy, and then you can blame your parents because I try to give you direction. and stability. And see, I think what we do wrong sometimes
Okay, go ahead.
is we take advice, and then if it don't go right, we find something to blame or find an excuse within ourselves to blame somebody else.
Always.
But if it goes right, we don't thank the person who sent us. See what I'm saying? We think it's, oh, I did that. Yeah, he told me to go, but I did that. I'm the one. But so there is a mix, a healthy mix, because
if I let you make your own decision and I give you the proper, no, and I give you the proper tools and you decide to make your decision, regardless of what you say, I let you make the decision. So it falls on you. If you're unhappy about something, you made the decision, but you could say, I tried it and nobody forced me to do it. And then you can try it again. And that will be my conversation, even though you're right. People will try to blame you for their mishap. But as a parent, back to the ex Qiana is mom and dad, at the end of the day, this is going to be your son's decision. If he goes to the military, not
how old he is. If he got to be over 25.
No, you don't.
If he's still 18, you can still claim him on your taxes. He need to be listening to you.
But you won't be claiming him on his taxes if he go to the military because he will be making the money.
I'm talking about at the time of the decision.
No.
Yeah. At the time of the decision. No. I ain't talking about the prorated, the future, what he gonna be doing in the future. I'm talking about right now when you ask me. The decision. I mean, it depends. If you're a tough guy, and I see that's your line, go ahead. But if you ain't cut from that cloth and you just trying to go.
And you know what? You know how many people do 2 years and get on that? You know how many people don't make it through boot camp? If he ain't cut from that cloth, you know how many people?
You know how many people don't make it to boot camp? Listen. Hey, I wanted to be in the Army, right?
Okay, go ahead.
I wanted to go to the Army, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I probably should have went. You probably should have went.
I probably shouldn't have.
You
did it.
I'm too bodacious of a character.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't to jive right with the military structure. But long story short, I think the military is a calling for certain people. And you got to kind of make sure you know yourself and know.
I agree with you,
but people.
But I believe it's that person to make that decision.
Yeah. That's they got to stand on it. Yeah.
And they got to stand on it because I was going to
talking about mama got me here.
I was going to the military. I was going to the Navy.
Why about you go?
My brother told me not to.
What?
And he was in the Navy. My brother did 20 years, retired out the Navy. And when I told him that I was going to the Navy, just like him, he said,
we both would have been in the Army.
He said, I would have been in the Navy. But he said,
the Navy didn't want you. You going to the Army.
No, the Navy wanted me.
What? You gonna be recruited?
Yeah, I did all
recruited you?
Yeah, I did all of that.
What?
And so
all the way.
Yeah, I was in ROTC through high school.
All the way. Why you happen?
My brother told me not to. And he was like,
which one?
Octavius. The one that
I went to the Army.
No, he went to the Navy.
But he's still in the Army. I mean,
no. Yeah, so he went to the Navy and he just said
I went, but was that before I went or that was
he's older than me, so he went. So Tay went straight. Tay went straight out of high school.
He was in ROTC.
He went straight out of high school.
And
he did his 20 years and retired, came on. Yeah, he did. He did his service. But
you was gonna be in the Army too. That's crazy.
Yeah, I would have been.
I ain't go to the Army because the streets was paying well.
You think it was?
I was hypnotized. No, we was getting to the money. They want. I would have had to be a general to make that kind of money. It was just I couldn't see past I couldn't see past the dollar signs. I should have went to the Army. But the streets was listening. I joined the No Limit Army. I should have went with Art just a couple years older than me. I should have went.
I think y'all together.
Yeah, I should have went to the doggone Army. I got to be more careful. See, that's why I can't say not to say on this. Because I used to say don't take, don't go. That used to be my number one word. But then now, as I of older and I matured, I understood that the services, even law enforcement, nursing, some of these positions are true callings for people. Teaching, right? Some of these stuff are true callings for people. And some people just do get it because that's the way they can get a job and get money. But for a lot of people that's in those certain fields, the army, like I say, teaching and these people have callings, and this is the stuff that they were meant to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I salute all y'all for that because I couldn't do it.
All right. You heard it here first. Salute. No, I am. And I mean, that's the one thing that I wish I would have done. I would have done.
I wish I ain't gonna say I don't know. I don't like to be regretful like that, but
I'm not regretful. I mean, I made my life decisions, and so I'm okay with the life decisions. But I wish I would have went or even did reserves or something like that.
What I was gonna do? I was gonna do the Coast Guard, but you had to damn to be a genius.
No, you can go in.
No, it ain't easy. I thought Coast Guard was like the Air Force.
No.
Yeah, you got to be up there.
Okay.
Them people ain't just letting anybody come on.
I mean, ain't nobody. Marines, maybe. I don't know.
Marines, boy. Marines ain't playing with you. You got to be up to date with them boys.
Oh my gosh, I'm not having that conversation.
You got to be up to date with them boys. Them boys ain't playing.
Ain't nobody playing when you go into
none
of them playing when you look at going into the military.
Yeah, take it serious. Take it serious.
Take it serious.
It's an important decision.
But yeah, I wish I would have did either the National Guard or even the Coast Guard.
But see, when we went, that was Gulf War days. So now, No,
it wasn't.
Yes, it was 98, 2000, 2001, 2002. That's Gulf War Iraq days. I was heavy into the politics. So I knew what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And that was like right after September 11th. See, I was going to join right before September 11th. I was going to join like 2000, 99, 2000, 98.
I'm listening.
I would have been 20 years in 2018.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
I don't know. Look.
Riding with that fire.
It would have been legal.
Ride with that fire.
All right, we got like 2 minutes.
Okay. We got a lot of stuff going on this week. Can I
go ahead. Go talk about it.
Okay, this week, man, thank y'all so much for just being involved, man. Last couple of days, last couple events, Store 727, great event. Big shouts out to the Competitive Readers Coalition.
Because they did their egg show. They did their Easter egg at Wildwood.
Yes, big shouts out Portia, just everybody who did something for the community, man. Big shouts out to you, everybody who tried to do something and maybe couldn't get through the red tape. But every second Thursday of the month, we have started voters and empowerment get together, right? And it's really about, empowering our community. So it's every second Thursday at 7 p.m. at Central Station Barbershop. That's 2325 Central Avenue South, St. Pete. Y'all come out. We talking that talk. We're gonna have some food, refreshments. And this is a monthly community conversation, education around what's going on around the issues that impact us the most, and we're doing it for the community. It's 9 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock. Be the change you want to be and see. Write down those 5 things that make you smile, giggle. Stay tuned for Sister Hughes.
Lose your shoes and shout all around her house.
This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I am Qiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Evans.
And we're out. Bing, bing.